Hey guys, it's FlashCat, and today I will be showing you how to build 3 fish farms in Minecraft 1.11 and above. Now, the appropriate credit links can be found in the description, and you will also find links to the times in the video where I start each tutorial, and also have a brief explanation about how each farm works. First, this is the new redstone design. Now, to make this one work, simply hold down right-click when you are targeted over the edge of the item frame, and it will work just as you would expect. You can leave the game, put something on your right mouse button, or use the F11 trick, and you will have lots of fish when you return. Now, to build a no redstone design, you will need a number of building blocks. I didn't count them out. Whatever block you use doesn't matter. It can be cobblestone or something else cheap. You need an iron door, a ladder, a chest to store the items in. Obviously, this isn't 100% necessary, but it would be pretty annoying to not have anything to store the items in while you're AFK. An item frame, 2 pieces of string, a water bucket for the water source. So you could also use ice and melt it. Doesn't really matter. You need 2 hoppers. You only really need 1. I would use a second hopper, as you can kind of see here, to lead into the chest more easily. You need 2 tripwire hooks to connect the string together, and you also need a single item to place in the item frame. It doesn't have to be raw fish. It can be if you want it to be, though. To begin, place an iron door on the ground facing this direction, so facing towards you. Place it just like that, and then put a chest off to the side. Obviously, this can be adapted slightly. This is just a simple example, and then a couple of chests leading into, a couple of hoppers leading into that chest. Next, place a block on one side of the hopper, 1 block above it, and then one on the other side as well, and then one next to the last block you placed, and then a ladder on the side of the block you just placed, and water right there in the center, so it cannot flow out because the ladder is blocking it. It's very important that you space this part correctly. So place a block, 1 block behind the door here. So place a block behind it and then 1 block above it. And then count out 4 blocks between it, and that will be the gap. And then a 5th block. And then break the 4 in between. And then, not your chest. Then your tripwire hook will go there and the other on the other side. And then string between them. Finally, place the item frame on the block. And then put a piece of raw fish or some other item in it. Now make sure you do not click on the tripwire hook. Make sure you aim directly at the item frame when you put the item in it. And now one more consideration for this farm, it is a good idea to place a block behind the hopper so you can stand in the gap, and then this will space it correctly so that when you fish farm, you don't have any issues. The next design is the Trapdoor piston design. Now this one is very simple to use. Now just aim your crosshair right at those 4 pixels on the piston, and then just hold down right click, and you'll start farming as you would expect, only this one is a bit louder than the previous design because it uses a trapdoor. To build the Trapdoor piston fish farm, you will need 1 piece of string, 2 tripwire hooks, 2 pieces of redstone, 1 sticky piston, 1 hopper, 1 redstone torch, 1 chest, 1 slab, a number of building blocks, a water bucket or some other way of getting water into the source area where you are fishing, and 1 wooden trapdoor. You should start with a sticky piston in the back, with 2 blocks next to it with redstone on top of those, and then a chest with a hopper pointing into it. And like I've said with the previous tutorial, it is entirely possible to change this for your own storage system, and this is just an example. Next, place a slab on top of the chest, and then blocks in this formation here, so a block diagonal from the hopper, and then 1 diagonal from that block, and then the same on the other side, and then tripwire hooks on either side, as well as a piece of string in the middle. Now, placing the trapdoor is very important. So, place a block and then another block on top of it, and then place the trapdoor on the bottom of this block. This is very important. So place the trapdoor, then break the block, and as you can see, it stays on top of the piston, not flat on the piston, and then when it is opened, it opens to the side as just like this. Now, all you need to do is place a redstone torch on this block here, on this side above the redstone, and then place a water bucket down in this space, and then hold right click, and you are ready to fish. Last but not least, we have my personal favorite, the musical fish farm. Now this design is very easy to use as well. Simply point your crosshair at this point on the trapdoor. Make sure you're not right clicking on the tripwire, as that will do nothing, as you can see. And obviously if you're aiming too low, it won't work either. So aim right there, and a nice musical sound while you fish. To build a musical fish farm, you will need 1 piece of redstone, 1 chest, 1 hopper, 1 water bucket or some other water source, 1 stone slab, or I guess, well, it doesn't have to be stone, it can be any other slab. You will need a bunch of building blocks, it can be anything, of course. You need 2 tripwire hooks, 1 piece of string, 1 iron trapdoor, and of course, a note block. To build the musical fish farm, start with a chest, and then a hopper pointing into that chest, and a slab over the chest, and then regular blocks surrounding the hopper 1 block above it, and then water in the middle. Next, place blocks in the same shape that you placed for this fish farm, and then place blocks in these positions here, as shown, and then place a note block. Of course, you need the note block for this design, and then the tripwire hooks, as you would expect, same position as in the previous farm, and of course a piece of string between them, and then the iron trapdoor right there, and make sure you are facing this direction when you place it. Now, this is arguably the most difficult part of this fish farm, so if you are using this farm on single player, simply place a block as shown, 1 block lower, and at the corner of both of these blocks, and place a piece of redstone on top of it. However, if you are playing on a server, you will need a circuit such as this one. So you will need a repeater coming out of this block, and the delay on it can vary depending on your ping to the server, so play with that until it works, and then a loop of redstone leading over to the trapdoor here, and make sure this block is at this level here, and not this level. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I think I covered everything important. If I missed something, please let me know in the comments, and if it is important, I will add it in the description. And also, if you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.